Lie down. Stay here. You ready? Hi everybody, I'm Kesha Ram and I'm running for State Senate in Chittenden County. I just received my absentee ballot in the mail, so I was gonna open it with all of you and make sure that we can go over together how to vote by mail this year in the August 11th primary. Over 5 times the number of people who normally request an absentee ballot have already requested one for this election, and it's a really great opportunity to vote safely and make sure that you can get your ballot in by August 11th to be part of whichever primary you choose. I'm running in the Democratic primary for this election. So you're opening it with me, my official absentee ballot. And if you missed our last video about how to get your absentee ballot, just scroll back through some of our videos and you should be able to see it. So here I have a number of different ballots. This is the envelope that you will be using to get your absentee ballot back to your clerk's office, depending on which town you live in. The postage is paid, so folks don't have to search around for a stamp or use their precious resources to vote, which is a right for all of us. So then there's one more envelope, and this is the envelope where you put the ballot that you're voting on, you seal it and you sign it, and then put it back in this along with the ballots that you didn't vote on. In the state of Vermont, we have a pretty unique voting system in the primary that I'm really proud of. In most states, you have to register with a party and only get the absentee ballot for that party. In Vermont, we want to make sure that if somebody feels moved in a particular election year to vote on the Democratic ballot, they can, on the progressive ballot, on the Republican ballot, and so on. So usually when you go to the polls, you ask them for a ballot, but this year, because a lot of us are voting by mail, they're sending you all 3, and you have to look at it at the top. Oh, this is the Democratic Party official Vermont primary election ballot for August 11th, 2020. Now, I'm not going to tell you which to choose. I'm on the Democratic ballot, and that's where a lot of the action is in the primary to determine who will be on the ballot in the November election. This is the Democratic ballot for the August 11th primary, and there are a lot of exciting races on here. Now, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but hopefully if you're watching this video, you're interested in giving me one of your 6 votes for Chittenden County State Senate, which is the 3rd column over here. So if we zoom in and look, there are 13 names on the list for up to 6 votes that you have. You also don't have to vote for 6 people. But if you vote for more than 6, your ballot in that case will likely be thrown out because they don't know which 6 you really wanted to vote for if you accidentally vote for more than 6. So my name is towards the end, Kesha Ram, and that is the ballot for the state Senate race in Chittenden County in the Democratic primary. The top 6 people who win the Democratic ballot will be in the November election. So I, like many of you, will probably take some time with the Democratic ballot to make sure that I know who I want to vote for in this election. But once you're done, I want to make sure you have a sense of what to do with all of your ballots. So if you chose to pick up the Democratic primary ballot and vote on that ballot, then this is the only ballot that goes in your primary election envelope. And it has your unique barcode as a voter, and it has your district on it. You sign it and date it, and you seal this envelope up, and that has the ballot that you voted on. You take this envelope and also include the envelope of the ballots you did not use. They don't want those floating around town. So you put the unused ballots into the unvoted ballot envelope. You take those 2 envelopes, you stack them together, and you put them in your official election mail early or absentee voter ballot envelope, which is postage paid. Put your address in the return, get it all in there, drop it in the mail, and you're done. Now keep in mind that the election is August 11th. So you'll need to have dropped this in the mail much earlier than that. You can also take it to the clerk's office in your community to drop it off. You can also bring it to your polling places on election day. One option that you probably don't want to choose is to get this in the mail too close to August 11th, because if it gets there after August 11th, they won't count the vote. This election will likely be decided the night of August 11th unless they have to do a recount, but they will be looking for these ballots to be in someone's hand on August 11th, not postmarked. So that's all the information that I have for you. Hopefully this feels doable. And if you have any questions, you can go to my website and ask one of my team members for help. But we really hope you'll take the time to vote in the August 11th primary.